marching in the alley, waiting for the fight. The Texans are angry. Wahoo! We're going to win tonight. Fields filled with rain, marching from Goliath. Santa Anna's coming, and he's really, really mad on the Magic Rebellion truck. Load up all your guns, climb on the Magic Rebellion truck. Guard your friends when you're done. On the Magic Rebellion truck, have your plans all set. On the Magic Rebellion truck, we're not gonna have any regrets. So gather up your family, come on, join in, don't be shy. This won't come fastly. You might have to die on the Magic Rebellion truck. Pick a side, it's a very wild ride. Come on, ride on the Magic Rebellion truck, yeah.
Okay, kids, we'll be going on a field trip today.
Yay! No!
I know, it's going to be so fun.
Annie,
Miss Liz, I'm right here.
Phoebe,
I'm right here.
LaQuisha,
Here.
Rolanda,
Here. Loser. I know, right?
Come on, guys, let's go. I think this is going to be like so much fun.
I know, like, Milana's not going to get that at all. Dude, hold the door open.
Do we have to go on a field trip?
Yes, Rolanda.
Seatbelts, everybody! Kids, Father Hidalgo was very famous for issuing a decree for Mexico's independence from Spain called the El Grito Independency, or Cry of Independency. He was a priest with very many great ideas. Those great ideas brought him to where he formed a party of people who also wanted independence. Once they all agreed, they were ready to start a revolution.
In fact, about 192 years ago, Father Hidalgo spoke the El Grito Independency. Mexico received independence from Spain in, I know this,
1821. Very good, Phoebe.
Wow, that was so cool. Which must have felt even cooler.
Hey, isn't this where a lot of immigration happened from U.S. to Mexico?
Yes, very good, Phoebe. They thought it was open free land, but it really wasn't.
Excuse me, but I happened to overhear your conversation, and it is completely correct. People have immigrated over here thinking it was free land, and especially Mexicans, because they wanted power. Us Texans were here and are happy for people to immigrate. We just don't want them taking over our country. We were here first and want states' rights, but Mexico wants to control us and have power. We want slaves, and because Mexican is overrunning us, they say we can't have any. They keep trying to control us even though we are our own country and we need our own rules.
Kids, now we're at the Constitution of 1824.
Isn't this where Mexico and Texas made a lot of decisions together?
Yes, and they made lots of decisions, like the state religion was Catholic, and the law separated the executive, legislative, and judicial functions.
Wow, that's so cool.
We are at the border of Texas and Mexico. Those two people was probably a Texan colonist and a Mexican official. It looks like they were fighting over the law of April 6, 1830. The Texan wanted to move into Mexico, but they weren't allowed to because the law states that no one can move into Mexico with slaves or having any slaves in Mexico, meaning that you had to get rid of all of them, and that's what the Mexican official was enforcing.
That doesn't seem very fair, though. I mean, I don't like slaves, but Mexico keeps deciding on things for no reason. Why do they do that?
It's because they want power, Alicia. And I see your point. It wasn't very fair. No slaves go in, no slaves come out.
You know that this was the first time Texas and Mexico fought against each other?
Great job, Phoebe. That's a correct statement.
That's so cool. I never knew that.
Even though the Texas won the revolution, small fights still broke out on disagreements between the two countries.
According to my research, the conflicts didn't truly end until the American War in 1846.
Time to go, kids!
Yay.
Now let's go see the conventions of 1832 and 1833.
Mexico made it to where Texans could not bring any slaves to Mexico?
Yes, Lucretia, that's correct. For the convention of 1832 and 1833, Mexico made a convention to where Texans couldn't immigrate to Mexico at all.
That must suck to the Texans.
It probably did. Mexico made these decisions because too many Texans were bringing in their slaves to Mexico, and Mexico didn't want slaves in Texas and Mexico.
I can't believe we're at the first battle of the Texas Revolution. I'm pretty sure it was the cannon that was given to the Mexicans to defend them against the Indians that started the battle. And since the Mexicans wouldn't give Texans the cannon, they decided to go and attack the Mexicans to fight to keep their cannon. Now we're at the conventions of 1836. This is one of my favorite conventions. In this convention, 54 delegates wrote and adopted the Texas Declaration of Independence. They also wrote the Constitution of the Republic of Texas.
The Battle of Alamo, followed by a 9-day siege by the Mexican troops, directed by Santa Anna, who launched the assault of the Alamo during the Texas Revolution. The Alamo in its present-day San Antonio.
Also, all the Texan offenders were killed. Before the Battle of the Alamo, it is said that all the men stood in the line, and whoever crossed it stayed, if they wanted to. Facts point to William B. Travis as possibly the first Texan to die.
Are we there yet?
Yes, Annie, we're here at the Massacre of Goliad.
What happened here?
The Goliad Massacre took place in Goliad on March 27, 1836, and it was the execution of the Republic of Texas soldiers. The massacre reluctantly carried by General Jose de Urrea, who took the orders of President of Mexico Santa Anna. The Texans thought that they would set free in a couple of weeks.
But since there was a law passed that previous year, they had to be treated like pirates and had to be executed by order of Santa Anna. Commander Urrea wrote that he wished he wouldn't have to execute the Texan soldiers. On March 27, 1836, 303 Texans walked outside into 3 columns and got point-shot blank, and whoever survived the shooting was clubbed or knifed to death.
That's terrible! Fought and died for our country, which so many people do today to protect our nation, to keep us safe. Okay, kids, next stop is the Battle of San Jacinto.
Hello, General Cos. Hello, Santa Anna. Finally, the revolt from Mexico has succeeded. Santa Anna, even though your army outnumber us by half, y'all are no match for our surprise attack after we burned the bridge to the ground.
Fine, General Cos, you win. I surrender.
Traveling 200 years in the past really works up an appetite. You think we could get some food here, wherever we are?
Yeah, but I don't really know what city we're in.
Are you trying to suggest the capital of Texas, Austin?
Yeah, that place. I read it in a book after the Texas Revolution took place. The Congress had a meeting including selecting Austin as their capital.
Their newly elected president, Lamar, was so impressed by the area's beauty that it concluded its name to be the capital.
Yes, it was labeled Austin after our founding father, Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, you know that dude is like half my step-great-great-great-great cousin's father. I learned a lot today, like how much we had to go through to stand where we are today.
Me too!
Me too, but just for a heads up, I'll probably be sick on the next field trip, whenever it is.
Wow, that was good. Great to go. That was so fun.
So much fun, guys. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun.
We should do that again. But let's go on me. Oh my gosh, guys.
Dude,
that was so fun. That was like the best one yet. I know.
Come on. This is too cool.